Life, merriment.
Survival for expats.
In the concrete forest.
On Friday nights.
Hi, and welcome back to You Can't Sit With Us, the
also known as the magic show.
We're wasted.
I need a beer. I finished my last one.
Blub.
You need a beer?
Beer. Imbecile.
Hey. You have your drinks. I need my drink, okay? Equality, excuse me.
Oh, and you can't go during the break. You're like, excuse me, I'm Fabian.
Well,
I need to go in my own time.
I wanted to, but somebody was annoying me.
Who was annoying you? Oh. Ali Bongo, obviously. Let's be real. Guys, stop typing in Chinese. None of us can. No, we do know how to speak Chinese.
If you guys type more in English, I will speak more Cantonese.
Tell him what to say in Chinese if you guys want him to speak Chinese. Damien Loon, you are correct. These are new boobs.
Wiggle them.
Yeah.
Damien, would you like me to wiggle my boobs too?
Maybe. Damien Loon, we thought that you were at the heart of the conspiracy theory to kill me and Ali because our favorite boss speaker fell on us, and apparently somebody
and we think it's you.
The wires, and we think it's you.
Or Jen Bond.
Or Jen Bond. Somebody who is pretending to be our friend.
Or Freedom Tam. He's like, where's Dr. Cat?
No, where's Dr. Cat?
If we kill Cassie and Ali, maybe Dr. Cat will come back.
That's actually so logical.
Fabian, logic.
It is.
So one thing we really wanted to talk about this show is a play that me and Cassie went to go see yesterday. It's called Love Pings, and it's about the Hong Kong dating scene and modern day dating where...
Look how much I'm drinking as a result of this play.
So you know how now we all communicate via like WhatsApp and Tinder and all these, there's lots of social media.
I love Tinder, for the record. I met my boyfriend on Tinder. And we've been together for like a year and a bit.
Oh, Tinder.
I met my boyfriend on Tinder too. Except it's not really Tinder.
And he's not really your boyfriend, and you don't really have a boyfriend.
I do. It's just called the Nutella website.
Oh dear. Terrible.
So, about Love Ping, what else? Was it good? Was it bad? Was it interesting?
So in general, it wasn't terrible.
It was fucking terrible. It was the worst show I've ever seen, and we got free tickets to it.
It wasn't that bad.
We got free tickets to it so we could talk about it on You Can't Sit With Us.
But there was lots of flaws. Like, all the characters were completely ridiculous. They were all, like, beyond millionaires. Like, so this girl's texting people, and the guy's like, oh, do you want to come for a drink? And she's like, oh, yeah, bing, bing. Someone pings her. Who the fuck says pings? And then it's like, oh, I'm going to book us tickets to Bali tonight. Do you want to come? Like, and this happened not just once, but like several times.
Okay, as someone who's dated her fair share of millionaires, no, I'm kidding. The guys are like that in Hong Kong. They do that kind of thing. They, especially married guys.
I wouldn't know. I'm poor as hell, so you can enlighten me on how the rich men in Hong Kong.
This is why I've only had sex with Fabian a couple of times.
I couldn't afford that many times. Yeah, I guess.
That's true.
She's like, I give you the fourth one for free, but after that I want a trip to Bali.
No, it was more like...
Take me to Dubai.
No, it was more like, ping, 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 your time's up now.
Yeah, it's like...
But were they normal pings or were they love pings?
Okay, so this is the line that made us laugh the most in the show.
And you know when you're laughing so hard and you're trying not to laugh, but you're like...
Me and Ali were in the front row of this show.
With the director behind us.
With the director behind us. And they were, like, super serious ending to the show.
Okay, I'd say... Before you get into your own opinion, try and say an objective view about the play first.
Pretentious.
Yeah. Is there anything good or any recommendations or anything that you can recommend?
I think it is good because I think you can relate to it to a certain degree.
I feel like barely ever been single in Hong Kong, so maybe it's just like me.
Well, I've been single in Hong Kong for 3 years.
Okay, yeah. So maybe it's just me being like condescending about it. Because
I think Hong Kong is like, and you'll probably feel the same, like, you meet lots of people and you'll text them, but nothing ever really, like, comes, like, you don't really get anything, nothing really materializes out of it, and it's just, like, lots of texting or maybe, like, some flirting, but, like, nothing ever further than that. So... Yeah,
I've never, I guess maybe because, you guys, fun fact, I don't have a mobile phone, so that's, that's never happened to me. I meet a guy... And I'm like, well, if you want to hang out with me, you tell me when and where, and then we're going to hang out. I'm not going to text you endlessly.
Did they show, like, the background of the couples.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
showed how they met and like.
Yeah, but it was very like. Oh, I don't know.
The thing is, the actors weren't that good looking, and she was describing it like he was the sexiest man I've ever
and they
seen.
were fucking.
And then you're just
gross.
it just didn't make sense in the context.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that didn't make sense is that.
In the end, oh, we're gonna spoil it for you.
No. Before the end, though, that they were the 6 actors or whatever,
Okay.
and 3 of them were women, and one of the women was dressed as a man, and
Okay.
the other 2 were just dressed as in like short skirts and high heels, and they were meant to be playing men, and then she rationalized it on the review as Shakespeare had women playing men, and I'm like, yeah,
But they look like men.
dressed like
Yeah,
men.
exactly. They dress like
And
men.
it was just very confusing. Like it was.
Yeah, I know there was definitely like a method behind the madness for that one, but I just can't. I can't work it out.
Especially you tell him about, or tell everyone about.
So, in fact, I don't even want to. So there's this girl, and they do it very well because you see these types of people. Like, she was playing like a married Italian man that's very sleazy and all about sex, and she did it very well because she was wearing a black dress and then like bright pink panties and a bright pink bra, and you can imagine it in your mind.
she was
it's
like, she was wearing a pink dress and then red.
No,
black dress.
It was a black dress.
Yeah.
Black dress.
And pink shoes. Yeah, that was it.
But she'd go like, "Hey, baby," like, oh god, I can't even do it for myself.
it
Like,
was
and you could
so
see
awkward.
the outline of a
Yeah.
vagina, and it was like,
And me and Ali, obviously, you guys watch the show. We're
Well,
not prudes.
we're not
But this
prudes, but
woman
it was like-
literally was like, yeah, I even
Well,
feel
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
Fringe Club loves their nudity.
Yeah, but
can
it
you
wasn't.
just like,
Yeah, okay.
because it's
Yeah, it was like she was just like constantly like legs apart. Yeah.
yeah, exactly
And the whole
like that.
show, and she was in the
You
background.
can see her bum cheeks and like the little creases
Like
of a
French
vagina, and you're like,
knickers.
I'm glad you waxed.
So we're gonna send this as our online
Great.
review.
That was a very vivid imagery I could picture in my head.
Do you have a boner?
What's the opposite of a boner?
Like a turtle
Lip dick?
head's
It's like
retracting.
when it comes in, when it retracts inwards, and I have to like pull it
like
out.
a scared turtle. Yeah, no, but yeah, the dialogue was awful. So there's the big culmination of the show, and it's meant to be super emotional.
Is there like a message, like
No.
a moral of the story?
It's not. Okay, well, we're gonna.
Is there,
okay,
you know?
So Ali.
So it turns out like the guy that she eventually falls in love with is a French spy. And I had no idea that he was French until like the very ending. I was like, oh, was that a French accent?
That escalated quickly. Okay.
Exactly, that's what we thought. We were just looking at each other.
And he stole her laptop right at the very beginning because his spy boss is like, I don't know, chief spies or whatever.
And this director says this as a true story to people before this show.
Serious?
Yeah, she was been telling everyone the story, being like, I dated this spy. He stole my laptop. I'm like, first of all, it was probably a guy who was broke as shit, wanted to get away from you, told you he was a spy, then stole your laptop.
He was probably a drug addict.
True.
So he turns out to be a spy, and he's been recruited by his spy bosses to talk to her. But she's a blogger. Bloggers write things on the internet about things.
Spy.
Why would a spy want to have any contact with that? Like, spies generally quite secretive.
No, but I do get your point of view in general. Like the whole texting thing is cute, and they like were clever
It just could have been so much
with
better.
with the body language and that was interesting. I guess it was kind of cool. Went on for 2 hours, no interval.
Yeah, that was actually the worst thing.
Yeah, no interval.
What? No,
Yeah. And they warned us beforehand, and I was going, oh.
And it's you're on like hard plastic chairs.
Yeah.
And like I have a bunch of like knee problems and diseases and stuff. So like for me to sit down on a really hard chair for 2 fucking hours is like agony.
So yeah. So anyways, so the whole play was coming to an end, and me and Ali were already bored to fucking tears.
And like,
let's face it.
like we kept looking at the program being like,
Yeah, we're like, which
like, I thought it was
chapter
at the
is
end.
it on?
We're like, isn't it at the end already? Like,
But they said the best line in the end.
What was the best line? What did they say?
So she's like, don't leave me to the spy. Don't leave me. And he's like, I'll ping you. And she's like,
I need more than pings.
He did.
and what did he say? What did he say?
These aren't just pings. these are love pings.
Oh, roll credits.
And I was like, is this a Marks and Spencer's advert?
And
like,
that was,
these aren't just pings. These are M&S gourmet fantastic sky
still
pings.
time left, and me and Ali were fucking pissing ourselves. And the director's behind us. Me and Ali are like gripping each other's knees, fucking trying not to laugh. Like, and then obviously we're making each other laugh more because the fact that we're like fucking. We're in the front row, and we're like,
and all the actors can see us, and everyone behind us can see that we're laughing. But it was.
I was hoping that the director thought that we were crying, because actually I was crying because I was laughing so.
It was terrible.
Well, could we say that play was more tended towards the local in Hong Kong and not to the Western sides?
No, there was not a single local in the audience.
Oh, that's actually.
It's written by a white girl.
Yeah.
That's
who tells the story as a true story to everyone.
Apparently.
Well, there's always a difference.
That's what we've heard. I don't know.
Okay.
Since we're sending whoever this is.
There's always a difference where people say, like, it's based on a true event or a true story. Was it really a story or based on true events?
Well, she said it happened in her life.
Yeah, she was like, I dated a spy.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm sure he's really thankful that you're telling everybody.
Spy.
And you told him his name and...
his name was Z, because we're in Men in Black right now.
Ridiculous. Honestly, I thought it was the worst play I've ever seen. You quite liked it. I did, to be fair.
I liked it to a certain point, and then I was like, I need an interval, like, I need a fucking break.
Every play needs an interval. If your play's an hour and a half, you must have an interval. It's simple.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And it's not just good for the audience, it's actually very, very good for the actors as well.
Because also there's no backstage on this play, and everyone is on the stage at all times, pretty much.
Fringe Club does have a backstage.
No, I know, but everyone in this play they're
always on stage all the time.
Yeah, because they're in the background sitting on these chairs. And I don't know, it made me horribly uncomfortable. And I told you I didn't want to sit in the front row. It could be, I just didn't get it.
For those of you who don't know, the Fringe Club has a theatre. It's quite a small theatre. It houses about 100 audience. And
no, this is even smaller now.
I'd say less than 50.
Yeah, less than, how many people were in our row? 5, 10. Yeah, actually maybe about 100.
Well, the maximum capacity is 100 for sure, because I've been in theatre shows there, and that's the amount that we can sell tickets for.
Yeah, no, I can figure if they put another row in the front, it'd be 100.
And the front row, you're literally like half a meter in front of the set. You're literally like so close to them.
And Ali and I were just dying.
Like this close.
Oh my god, don't do that, don't do that.
Fabian's like, girls!
I literally, I've never been able to not and also because the director's behind me, usually I'll get my frustrations out by whispering snide comments in somebody's ear.
I was like there was points where I looked at Catherine was like,
yeah.
And then next to me is my other friend that I know from like various events, and she's like, whoa, ha 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 ha, like every time someone was like, I don't know, comment,
so it's texting.
Smiley face.
Yeah. So it's all like in the form of text, so they're like, start saying something.
Smiley face.
And everyone's like, ah, great joke.
Every time it was smiley face, or anytime the Italian girl said something like dirty, they were like, ha 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 ha.
It's not an abstract art house play. That's the thing. It was meant to be something that they thought that we would review positively for some reason. I mean, just because we talk about sex.
I could definitely guess what the director was thinking sitting behind you two. I have to say in Chinese, 死鬼妹啊.
No, it was a woman.
Was it a woman?
White woman.
She'd probably be saying the same thing. 死鬼妹啦.
Okay, guys, we got 1 minute commercial break. So basically, if you guys ever spend money on a play, do not go to Love Pings, because
if you want to, you can spend $380 on a ticket, and for a 2-hour show, you can go see it at the Fringe Club from today, tomorrow, and Sunday. Thank you.
I would not go if I was paid $10,000 to sit through that ever again. To be honest,
I'd do anything for $10,000.
No, never. Literally, I could have a blindfold on and earplugs in, and they'd never do it again. So that's my review of the play.
Well, if you like it, have a look. You know our opinion of Love Ping. It's up to you to decide whether you want to go.
Okay, we're gonna go. Bye bye.
See you in a few minutes. Okay, cigarette.
奉低俗頻道呼籲，請即停止非法轉載低俗頻道之所有節目，一經發現必定送官究治。